Hello, I'm here. Hold on. Almost here. I didn't press that button. There you go. I said I'd be on, and I'm on. Not sure. There's just so much. I don't know about all of you, but I'm I come to a point where I'm just like, it's this continual cycle of crazy and I know it's going to continue. It's going to continue on this roller coaster. So we got to be at the front and go wee as especially with you listen to the politicians and you're finding out information about over here and over there, and it is a roller coaster. And the continuation, I mean, we haven't gotten I mean, after we haven't gotten to this culmination of, I feel, of everything that is going to ooze out of stuff, right? And oh, by the way, I am not in a parking lot. I'm not in a parking lot right now. In my home. The last few videos I've been doing, I'm like, oh, I'm in a parking lot, sitting here waiting for Steve coming out of Safeway. Uh, but it's or sitting waiting for my son come out of work or something. But there is just such a craziness of energies that are just out there. And I feel a lot of people are needing a respite. And I feel it's so important to be able to take some respite time of allowing yourself just to sit back and breathe, for one, sit back and look and just be able to view some of the theatrics that are happening. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, he said he's stopping the tariffs." Well, in his address, he said the tariffs aren't going in till April 2nd. Um, so I've heard him say that a few times the tariffs weren't going to hit till April 2nd. And he's made the joke about, not, if it was April 1st, it'd be kind of, April Fool's Day would be kind of funny. But I mean, he's mentioned that before. And the other, the other things about, putting tariffs here, it's just like, people, it's almost where the craziness that I feel out there, the craziness, um, is very COVID like, of when the lockdowns were happening and people were getting on the bandwagons for everything and feeling they have to, oh, gotta be 6 feet apart, gotta wear the mask, gotta do, it's like, holy shit, people, chill, just chill. I know it's a freak out storm out there. I know you might be feeling scary. I mean, the EU just passed what, an $800 billion budget for building up their armed forces. I mean, they should have just said a trillion. I mean, come on. I mean, what? Let's just go. Let's just do the trillion. Bypass billion. We're going straight into the $1 trillion. What's after trillion? Is it zillion? Gillion? I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my mind what a trillion is. Um, but it's just normalcy. Like, this is just becoming such normalcy normal, where oh yeah, just $1 trillion, just $1 billion. It's like as if nobody is really, yeah, it's just normalcy. But um I find, also Poland is upping their advances and stuff and going to um, begin to recruit. I don't think Poland recruits. I think they just say it's mainly, yeah, we'll call it a recruitment, but they want to almost double their force right now. So everything is just with how things are going. It's all going in alignment with the astrology. Um, and how it's going to appear or how it's going to show up. I feel the astrology is like a guideline of saying, okay, these are the energies right now. How are we going to work with these energies? How are we going to utilize these energies so that we can get through these, so that we are able to work through what is unfolding for it, right? Um, I just got something. Pierre Blewett on some podcast, so there's some podcast he said he wasn't going to go on, and I guess it's a big, huge podcast, and he blew it. Pierre is I think there's something odd going on there with everything, and I think there's something odd going on with him. Just a feeling, that I'm having. I feel like there's where he's going to be coming under such pressure and of stepping up and what it means to step up. So I don't know. Yeah, there's just something off there with all of that. Someone sent me a TikTok of this dude. I can't remember the dude's name. Anyways, he's a dude, and of all the prophecies he's doing or predictions that he's doing, and the prediction of some of what he's doing right now of Canada and stuff like that. I didn't listen to it all. I just sort of like, yeah. So there's predictions going out about Trudeau and the next dude coming in for PM, and that they're going to be overthrown and things are going, and they're not. So there's a lot of different predictions and everything. As you can tell, I didn't really listen to it. I at a point where it's like we got to let it ride out. We have Venus and Mercury going to come together to retrograde. We got to let it ride out. Hey, Jen. And hi, Charlene. I know you're here. We just got to let a lot of this shit ride out. You can't get in to the crazy. It's really a lot of it is, it's ginormous of the energies that are coming in. Ginormous. And the ginormacy of it all is like, okay, yeah, people are gonna go crazy. People are gonna like, oh, there's bird flu over here, and then there's something coming from the Congo. And I'm just like, hang on, people. We're gonna be okay, we're gonna be fine. Um, we're in an activity, an action, a frequency that is getting us to awaken. And if we are wanting to move with a flow of non-resistance, then we got to stop resisting it. We got to stop resisting the change that's coming in and going with the divine will. Going with the divine will is not an easy one. I mean, you're coming into love and compassion and understanding. We're in a time of Lent, for the 40 days and 40 nights. And Lent is a time of letting go of something that either you really like, or something that you want to work on and really release it. And I said to my husband, what did I say to him? I said, something, I don't know what we're talking about. Anyways, I ended up telling him, and I said, well, today my focus is not to stab or kill anybody. And he goes, well, that's a good thing to strive for. And I said, yeah, well, you got to look at something for, what's your motive today? To be a nice person and not stab anybody. This is, not that I go around stabbing anybody, but it's looking at, okay, what am I going to strive for? I'm going to strive for to be nice. I'm going to strive to be kind to people. And you walk around, and sometimes it's like it's hard. I mean, it shouldn't be hard, but sometimes it's just hard, because you just run across a lot of people with no common sense. You have the Democrat Party that just totally voted against transgenders not to be in women's sports after they just witnessed a basketball game and this guy just pummeled right through all these girls. He was like a couple feet taller than they were. I was going to say a couple meters, but that's a lot more. But it was a couple feet taller than they were, and he slammed and he was injuring them. They had to stop the game. Like common sense. This there's a genetic difference between a male and a female. There's a genetic makeup, strengths, everything, right? Oh, common sense. Where's the common sense? I mean, we are in an era of common sense and learning what common sense is. It's gone out the door, of what common sense is and what what it all means. It's interesting. I learned a new word. It's called Twinkie death. And Twinkie death, I think that's what it is, Twinkie death. And what that is, just let me see. Twinkie death, I think it is. Twinkie death. Twinkie death. Is it Twinkie death? Anyways, I think it is. It's or twinkle death or something like that. I can't even remember what it is. It has to do with the death of your youth and starting to look older. Um I'm so bad. But that's one a new slang of looking, not wanting to look old. So and having Twitch death, Twinkie death. Anyways, something like that. But anyways, it's a new word. Anyways, forget that. But I'm just at kind of a point where my brain is sort of blah. That's where I'm at. My brain is at a blah, and I need to get, just recoup a little bit. I just finished doing a bunch of recordings too for my 21-day meditation. And when I'm doing the meditations, just love it. I love it. I'm in a flow. I'm just in this beautiful vibration. And then all of it, and then I come out and then I get all these notifications and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't want to go back in there. No wonder some of these mystics who were in nunneries and monasteries, because they were so isolated from the world, right? When you're so isolated from the world, you're allowed to really connect, right? Because you have no awareness of what's going on the outside world. So you're able to connect sort of like directly with God and not worry. It's when you don't have any of those external worries, it's amazing how you have and how these connections come in. And but when you start having, for many of us, we don't have that beauty of being able to disconnect and not have it, right? So it's one of those crazy things. Now, what we're heading into this weekend, we're heading into some really I'm going to say hectic energies for this weekend, and I feel like it's going to be um where we are going to have to, as we're building, especially as we're building up to a full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo, and Virgo being the one of health. So I feel like there's a lot going to come in about health for people. Take a look at where this is going to be in your chart. So check to see where Virgo is in your chart, and that's going to have, because it has to do with routine. What is your regular routine and health. And so we're going to be building up throughout the week, as the moon right now is in Cancer. So Cancer right now, with that moon in Cancer, really wants to connect with sort of home, family, wants to sort of snuggle down, doesn't want to really go out of the home too much. um and you might find that over the next couple days it might be difficult to sleep because m- you got Mars there, and Mars is still at 17 degrees, hasn't really moved much, but he will start moving soon. uh and he just wants to get moving, and it's like almost like you want to snuggle down, have some relaxation, and then you got a toddler that's running around, right? Everyone is nuts on the internet lately. If you say anything, people start insulting, name calling. Oh, I know. It's like a few people, you like Trump. I'm like, chill out, people. So what? Like him, hate him, whatever. But I mean, people really get their panties in a twist when you're talking about that. And I feel like, and especially since the new moon in Pisces, things started to really begin to unravel, and people really started to lose their grip. And I think that's going to be even more intense as people even lose their grip more intensely over the next the next few months. And with this full moon, that's why it's like, we're building up. So we have the moon in Cancer, those feelings, of excuse me, of home, of family, of wanting to connect. And then you have that sun in Pisces. It's like, yeah, I want to connect, but it's kind of, you know, feeling a little bit spaced out, or, you're just feeling like, yeah, I want to connect. I want to have that family over, or have the birthday party or the Sunday dinner or whatever it is. And then there's a crazy energy of this toddler freaking out, and then you're trying to ground yourself, and it's like you got this other energy that's taking you away, and you're just feeling like you are just all over the place, right? And it's like, again, it's like, okay, let's just go on the front of the roller coaster and raise our arms and go, wee, let's go. um and that's where we're at right now. And it can be overwhelming, frustrating. um I've never witnessed it so badly on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of them. I mean, how people are very aggressive and very, like, angry. And but if you think about some of the things, the positive things that are going on, that's what really what you got to look at. So you got to start looking and finding the positive things that are happening, and really begin. That's really got to be the focus. The focus in your life has to be the positive. What is working, what isn't working. How can I, what is my flow, and how is my flow going? And that's that's a big part. So, but I can feel where people can be having a brain drain right now, and I feel that brain drain. I feel it from the consciousness of a lot of people, just like, whoa, this is a lot. This is a lot that we're doing. This is over, like, and it's almost like our body is readjusting to the newness that's coming in, and the new frequencies that are coming forth. And the brain drain is just, it's there. And so it's not to overstimulate yourself. That's a big one. So no overstimulation with things, whether drugs, alcohol, or anything else. It's, yeah, to flow it, go with the flow. It is it is the stimulation is the roller coaster of this world. And the craziness and the unsettledness, and being unsettled, right? Um And oh, damn you, Charlene, you had a phone call and you left me. Oh, oh, the tragedy. Um, but it's really not not here. There's my brain just numbing out here. It's not getting yourself freaked out about things. Go and do things you like. I went to a secondhand shop today, and I got some really nice new wine glasses and water glasses, and there's a few other things that I wanted to get, but I bought a few things there, and it was really nice just to sort of go and take your time and meander through and see what was there, kind of thing, and not over just not overdo things, right? And this is where, I think that moon in Cancer, plus, I mean, I am a Cancer moon, so I just would rather just hunker down this weekend and just be. So tomorrow I'm going to meet a friend for coffee. I haven't seen him. We were supposed to meet before my accident last June, and then I had the accident and everything just went kaput. And then I'm going to meet up with another person in the afternoon and stuff. So I feel like that's the kind of energy that's happening right now, is like, okay, go meet up with people, go connect, have some conversations, um, some good food, good wine, have those beautiful connections with people, and don't try and push things, because pushing things is just going to get you overstimulated and um, get you to a point where your body, it could even make you sick with these energies if you're really pushing yourself to overexertion. So I did do a little bit of research, and between my accident and menopause, it's my body, my hips and stuff like that, my joints, definitely. It does have to do with estrogen, and the lack of the estrogen within my body is causing more joint and inflammation pain in my body. Fuck. I love it that Matthias, stop. You're going to knock something over with your head. Uh, stupid. But what I found interesting is so many women on out there too are like, "Oh, I'm perimenopause." Can I tell you guys something? And this is something I learned a long time ago, when I studied with Susan Weed. Either you're in it, you're not pre or post. You're just in it or you're out of it. It's like puberty. Are you in puberty or you're out of puberty? I mean, girls hit puberty at 10. Same with boys. They're in puberty. I'm sorry. There's no like, oh, pre-puberty. No, they're fucking in it, man. Hormones are changing, things are happening. It's menopause. All right. Hate to tell you guys, you're in it. From the vaginal dryness to the aches and pains and to the gray hair to whatever else the body decides to do at this time. And one day might be really good and the next day might be really crappy. One day you might remember everything, the next day you don't remember fuck all. You might wake up and your whole bed's drenched because you just had night sweats all night and you have to change your outfit like 5 times. It's like you're a teenager all over again, but it's opposite. You're not changing your outfits 5 times because you're going out on a date. You're changing your outfits 5 times because you just sweated through them by having night sweats all night long. So totally sort of a different scenario as we go on. So the changes are there, and there's the majority, and here's the other crazy thing. There's more people, more women and men going into menopause than there ever has been in the world before. So now we got a whole bunch of people really pissed off and freaking out there as well. So that just adds to the culmination of the craziness that is unfolding before us at this time. So and then we have this younger generation that just like, yeah, whatever. What's happening? But I don't think it's the first time we've had a generation like that. I think we've had generations like that before, and it's about relearning the common sense and relearning values and morality and putting things into perspective and learning that, just because somebody says something is a certain way doesn't mean it's true. Just because somebody says, oh, I don't agree with he, she, or whatever, it doesn't mean it's a fact. I was looking at things to do with Mateus, and I saw that there was this Indigenous person, with the going to be doing some stuff at the library, and I was like really excited because I thought, oh, this would be great to take him, because I thought she'd be talking about art and just talking about different things to do with her culture. The thing that she wants to talk about is inclusiveness and diverse, and it's just like, okay, I am so over it, and I'm so tired of listening to it. I don't give a fuck, tell you the truth. I just want, it's just like, I want to hear about what your culture is. Show us some art, show us some really good books that would be helpful in learning more about the culture, kind of thing. But anyways, that's not what she's there to talk about. She's there to talk about the wokeness and how wokeness is within the First Nations. So, and I just thought, no, I'm out. Not doing it. Anyways, I think I've sort of brain drained you guys a little bit, along as I've sort of just cackled along here. Let's pull a card. So let's pull a card. Mateus, text your uncle and see if he is home, and tell him not to leave the front door open because you have to go in and get your... Oh, who just text?
I don't know.
We'll see.
It didn't show up.
It did show up.
No,
it did. I bet you it was Anna. Doing lives. Let's pull a card. We got a fool's journey. That's what we got. We're on a new journey. It's a fool's journey. So here we are. We're going on a journey. It's a new journey, but we are equipped. We do have the stuff that we need, and we just have to take the steps that we need to take upon this journey. So let's have fun with it all. If you're wanting, I have a special right now. So if you're wanting the full moon, lunar eclipse, and the solar eclipse reading, they're $50 instead of $50 a piece. So you're saving, they're half price. So you're saving 50%. If you're wanting those, they are recorded messages. I send them to you and send them to your inbox. If you're wanting those readings, definitely let me know. And let's go on this journey. This beautiful journey, this beautiful fool's journey that we're on. Let's pull one more. What is this fool's journey? Oh, fool's journey has to do with things changing. Things are changing. The wheel of fortune, it's changing. So 2 major arcanas popping up, letting us know that things are changing, and we got to go forth on this journey. And we'll have everything we need. Don't worry, we're going to have everything that we need. It might not feel like a fabulous journey, but it might feel a little bit crazy. But that's where we're at. That's where we're at, people. Have a blessed one. Talk to you guys soon. So, bye-bye.